I said I was going to upload a lot of videos over the break, and I'm back again. This is going to be our hand washing video, and I have a special guest to help us today. This is Miss B as well. She has her own YouTube channel called The Learning Bee, and the link is down in the description. If you have little brothers or sisters that are in preschool, you should totally check that out because she's going to be making a lot of videos over the extended break for preschoolers.
That's right.
That's going to be so cool.
It's going to be fun.
So we are going to talk a little bit more about hand washing. Now, we said in our last video that hand washing is the best way to keep yourself safe from any kind of disease.
Yes, absolutely. You can use hand sanitizer, especially if you can't wash your hands at that moment. But you know, hand sanitizer doesn't get rid of all the germs. In fact, it leaves quite a few behind. So even if you use hand sanitizer, as soon as you can, go ahead and wash your hands.
That's an excellent point. And we've talked about in class, if you've been in my class before, that when you use hand sanitizer, it kills a lot of the germs and bugs and stuff on your hands, but then you got dead germ bodies on your hands, and that's gross. Yeah. So washing your hands is definitely the best way to go. So I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about soap and how soap works, because I know when I was little, I used to just kind of put my hands in the water and call it a day.
Yeah.
Not the best plan.
It wasn't that great.
No.
I tried.
She did her best, but you know. So I wanted to talk to you guys about soap and how it works and what it is and how all that stuff goes. So soap is made of a fat, a water, and an alkali. That's your science word of the day, alkali. So it's just kind of a special sort of salt.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a really simple recipe, right? Fat, water, and salt.
Don't eat it.
No, please don't eat it. It's not cake. Doesn't taste like cake.
No.
But there are lots of different fats you can use and lots of different salts you can use. That's why we have so many different kinds of soap. And then people will add things like fragrances and colors and that kind of stuff to make their soap fancier. So that's what it's made of. Now, germs like to stick to oils, and our hands are covered in oils. That's why we leave fingerprints behind everywhere we go.
Oh.
So those germs stick to the oils on our hands. And when we stick our hands under water, water and oil, they don't mix.
They don't.
They don't.
I'll have a little experiment for that on my channel.
That'll be so cool.
It'll
You'll
be
have to check that
fun.
out. Well, so they don't mix. So when we put our hands under plain water, it doesn't really take that oil and that germs off. So we need something to stick to those oils and those germs and get them to go away.
Sure.
Well, since soap is made of oil and water, it sticks to the oils on our hands, sticks to those germs, and when we rinse our hands after we lather them up with soap, takes all those germs away.
Very cool. Can we just go and that's enough rinsing?
Well, no.
Oh.
So, if you've been in the lab at the very beginning of the year, we have done an experiment before where we test how well we wash our hands. I think Miss B and I are going to do that experiment today. It's going to be really cool. So let's, can you show us the stuff we're going to use for that?
We have some very special glow germs.
Woo! This is our orange stuff. So if we're talking about our germs sticking to oils, what do we think this is made of?
What do we think? Think there's oil in there?
I think there probably is. So we're going to put that on our hands, right? And then what are we going to do?
Well, I would assume we're going to have to rub it in.
Definitely. Yeah, we got to get it everywhere, because our germs don't just get here when we sneeze or here when they get all over our hands. Our hands are dirty.
Yes. And then, of course, we want to get those germs off. So what do?
We wash our hands. We're going to wash our
hands.
hands. And then we'll see how well we do. We'll see which of us is the better hand washer.
Ooh,
it's probably going to be her.
So the first thing we want to show you is that we took all our jewelry off. Well, except for Miss B's ring. That one won't come off. Then we're going to use our glow germ liquid and put an equal amount on both of our hands. I'm going to give her a little bit and myself a little bit. And then because the germs get all over our hands, we want to get that glow germ liquid all over our hands. Fronts, backs, even there are germs in between our fingers. So we got to get that liquid everywhere so that it simulates real germs. So now you can see, even though our hands didn't look orange before, under a black light, our hands glow orange all over from that glow germ liquid. So now we'd probably better wash it off. Okay, so I'm going to go first, and I am just going to rinse my hands with some warm water. I'm going to scrub them really well, but it's just going to be warm water. So I'm going to scrub all over, get the backs, get in between my fingers, but just with water. And we said before that's not quite how this works. So let's go check how I'm doing. Okay, so, oh dear. Well, that didn't seem to get any of the glow germ stuff off. In fact, I think it might have even just kind of spread it around a little more. My hands look even more germy than when I started. That didn't work at all. So clearly, just water is not going to cut it when you're trying to get germs off our hands. Let's see if the other Miss B can do any better. Okay, so the first thing she's going to do is get her hands wet with a little warm water, and then she's going to get soap, which is the most important thing. She's going to scrub it really well. Oh yeah, don't forget to turn off the water while you're scrubbing. She's going to scrub them really, really well with that soap for at least 20 seconds. Now, you could just count to 20, but if you know the song Mary Had a Little Lamb or the song Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, those both last about 20 seconds. And you can see how she's getting between her fingers and scrubbing really well. And then she'll turn the water back on and scrub a little bit more under the water to get the soap and germs off, because those germs are stuck to the soap now, and the water will rinse them right off. See how she keeps her hands pointed down so those germs come right off her hands and go straight down the drain. That should do a really good job. Let's go check and see how well she's washed her hands. All right, we've got our black light again, and let's see. The germs are gone from her hands. Awesome.
Wow, what a great experiment. I learned a lot.
Me too.
Definitely important to use soap.
Yes.
Yes.
Every time.
Every single time. So, my friends, when you wash your hands, especially over the next couple weeks, but really for the rest of your lives, make sure that you follow those instructions. Wash your hands for at least 20 seconds. Use warm water when you rinse, and always use soap.
Always. Bar or liquid, use soap.
Gotta use soap. All right, well, stay safe, dragons. Stay safe, Miss B.
Okay, bye.
Bye.